back in my Kappa shirt. We're going to be talking about the open, close book of life that 2020 is as a conjunct eye open in the Cam era. Today's Tuesday, the 7th, the day that didn't get split as water for us to land in nuclear containers as form of crystals that came out of the particle sprinkles. Those big halos in the sky that people haven't been explaining very well, but the sky thing is definitely the limit. Know that. So, what's going on? They say on Friday that eclipse for the first full moon in Cancer, one side of the moon is like the camera opening and closing. What happened in those smart things that people were hitchhiking their way in and out of rooms with AI, VR stuff? And boo, I don't think so. God, on Cancer, yes, I sure done did it. Cameras. So I'm just gonna go ahead and speed it up, because, they say the end of the ear, the new ear thing that didn't happen, that, are you on a calendar? Where did those days go? Are you dazed? Or do you see it clearly and hear it now? 0 point? Okay, this year ends on a full Cancer moon. So what does that tell you about Friday this week? Was I meek and heard it upside down and got pulled in? That long thing and stretched out wrong? And I don't think so. Somebody might have electric rolled you into some booga idea that free energy wasn't real and that you had to let those guys trick you into elongating the scent. Didn't happen like that. So, what's happening? Some of you all want a real reading. Did you catch this week's strong report for the 6th to the 12th? I'm going to wrap it up for the 13th to the 19th because the pen umbrella wrote itself, and there's a huge amount of microdot psychoactive stuff going on in the state of red. Who? Red? What? NDIA? What happened? Oh, do you mean that we actually landed and that it got crunched and that some of us aren't in these containers and some of us are, and it's like magic birthday. Take a spa bath and know that you are art and that you are loved just the way you are. So, some of us are getting that report, and I'll catch you on the inside of that one. What's going on, Virgo? It is so good to have you here. Thank you for being present. So, let's see what's going on. Your card, their card, what you have in common. Okay, Justice. So, some of you all have been waiting. I'm hearing whatever amount of time this has taken has been nearly excruciating. This is an 11 Justice. I'm going to recommend, especially if you're dealing with a Taurus or have strong Taurus placement anywhere in your chart, that you check out the Taurus reading, because they had something going on with where an 11 is applicable also for strength, and how divine justice and judgment happen together, and law justice, man's hysterical interpretation of justice hasn't always been on that 11. It's a different subject, but 11s are about what's mirrored and what is balanced as one. Or it's not really just. It might have just been pulled in case for someone to pull the strings. And so for some of you, you've been waiting for justice for a long time, especially if it's legal matter and, paper sense. You needed some paperwork or something filled out. I'm hearing very expensive pen stroke. This is the time, darling. And I'm hearing, let it go. It's been released. And I'm hearing there were at least 4 for you, in case some of you need to know. And one of them got blocked for a reason. 1, 2, 3 good reasons above and below. I'm hearing what the guides are telling me and interpreting some of this art. For some of you, all of that might mean everything, and for others, nothing at all. Drinking water and coffee here. If you see me lifting, I'm thirsty. Okay, so I'm hearing this person might have Libra in their chart, but they might not be. It might be like a lot of times the 11 for me, this justice is sometimes a Libra. I'm getting real itchy here, though. I'm hearing for some of you all, that's because of, I was hearing about a gag order being released on some people. I don't know what it is, but I'm hearing for some of you all, you might have been on the end of somebody's inability to write themselves clearly as a communicator because of a breach that they could have been held accountable for. They're showing me this like feather here that somebody had to pick up, and it's like, it's almost like at this person's throat, and it's like what they're gonna just have to take a hold of is what I'm hearing, because it's something that was previously, it was out of their reach. And there's a lot of energy on this because it's major arcana. So I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like 11 months, 11 years. The 11 might be a big deal for some of you all for different reasons. Know your own energy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip their card here next, and we'll see what it says. Page of Swords. So I'm hearing they might actually initiate communication here. For some of you all, I'm not getting the watch out for everybody, but for some of you all, you know, when the page comes with communication, it can be direct. Swords cut both ways. Sometimes it's a cutoff. And it might be for the right reason. I'm hearing some people are just going to cut themselves off this way, too. It's like, no, I'll just cut off my own nose, you know, to smite my own face, and you can spit on me instead because spite has an awful taste any other way. And that's what we know about swords. How we write and communicate is going to predicate who we are, what kind of posture it is that we wield. And with a page, this is somebody who is not so talented with the word. So sometimes it's just immature communication. And I'm hearing there's going to be a pile of bodies that way. If this is, you know, the way they communicate with people, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like one of these birds was like cut to bits, actually. And so hearing for some people, it's like just bad tactics with how they shoot off at the mouth. And so for some of you all, you're going to know if somebody's been critical with you, it might just be because that's their tactic. And so for some of you all, it's like you're just going to get to know. And it's like, I'm not going to say that shit doesn't hurt. Just know that it doesn't bounce back that way. It goes back that way, kids. So it's like, you know, if they try to take that stab or whatever and come at you, jousting with the word, especially, and being really ill-equipped around some of us who are a bit more apt with sigil art, what it is to be loving about our use of double entendre and sometimes multiples of that. We don't leave people hanging like this. And so somebody in your life might just be exposing themselves for real trivialities and banalities. And this is the wonderful thing about 0 Point. We've been training through the Tower of Sound and what actual mastery is from the inner state. Now that kundalini is going around to prove what we can do with energy as loving, hypersentient beings that were never trapped in a form from any other angle. And what astrology means to me is very insignificant in comparison to what we can do to prove what's on the other side of the reverse coordinates and what they were trying to stuff into a lot of your heads about false timelines and where we're not going. So for some of you all, what's worth knowing is that the things that you're going to hear sound like specific things for a reason. They've been creating things all around us, and now it's open season on the fix-it stuff. And so some of the things that you're going to hear around what people are saying, sound like some stuff that you might not want to be creating. And it's going to be nice because that's a very special kind of just ice for those who might have been rented like apps and who might have been baited into the traps of forever, nevermore like that ever again, because your ears are able to hear anew too. So that's the cool thing about the Page of Swords. They're cute. That's a student. So for some of you all, this person is on point about things, and they might also be looking into you. For some of you all, Page of Swords might be coming to take cheap shots and see what they can get away with. For some of you all, it's children around you, or people on that level, you know, needing to observe where the light is coming from. And for some of you all, it's you from every angle, darling. And that's a beautiful butterfly effect of what you've been birthing in form. So, wonderful. Thank you for that. Let's see what you have in common. We've got the Five of Pentacles, and I'm hearing this might be where the wheat got cut from the chaff. I'm hearing, what is this gift here that somebody is not looking at? They've got this star over their head with this butterfly in their face, and they're playing dead over there. I'm hearing for some of you all, this is where you might see somebody kind of like impaling themselves on a certain chase. And whereas a Virgo, it's a real dicey situation, because for some of you all, it's like how you've planned not to find yourself land. And for others, it's like watching it about to happen. And with somebody that's prepared, let's say, with that sword, might look like when they ascend in energy, but they land on it in every word. And so for some of you all, I'm hearing weird financial situation coming to an end, change of hands there, and I'm hearing change of like energy function for some of you all. For some, it's like watching health change in ways that you don't even know how to really comprehend because of what 5 is in the pentacle that lives, the form of the 5-pointed cross that landed in a body, and what we are in these things. And so for some of us, when the 5 shows up, it can be a doozy with the health. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like watching somebody go through this. For those of you that have somebody that's going for surgery this week, just know it's a good time to be strong. And that some of us are praying for the anesthesiologists and, you know, the nurse practitioners and the people that get that bedside manner hopefully right with you and your loved ones. Really get it dialed in for things that maybe we won't have to do in such violent ways with the new form. So I'm hearing just somebody's going to have a miraculous recovery too, especially if there was anything going on in the solar plexus region. I'm hearing about different C's and B's and things that I've already been through with different parts of myself and my own energy, and where I'm always praying with you for divine miraculous healing and form, the unity to be born anew. Now, let's see what's going on. For those of you that were interested in the Kappa moves, we've got love cards here, and we're going Greek for the things that didn't get tightened or pulled through the screws. 1 card for you, 1 card for them. Well, those of you that were just ready for something new to begin, especially if this is you cutting ties with the one that chomped off at the mouth, there's somebody here that wants to get close to you, and I'm hearing that foot, see, is better than that itsy bitsy spider thing that might be going on here and some other energy. And this is somebody that just actually kind of wants to hang out. It's more than just tell me off. It's like, well, show me that you care. And this is somebody that might not have to say too much, and they might know how to show it off a different way. There's 2 of Wands here, and it's very loving, beautiful energy. Some of you are feeling this way. See what's going on over here. Oh. You want to know if it matches? Looking good to me. I'm all about this romantic stuff. And that's a Three of Pentacles energy that I freaking love. This is one of my most favorite cards in this deck. It's like the lovers just being in each other's arms there. Being durable enough to jump into each other's arms like that. And this kind of looks like similar ideas about maybe what it is to be on the mend. Because for some of you all, this is a mend. For others, this is like a change and where this ends, and where it's like somebody is brought inside. And for some of you all, it might just be like that person just needs to pick up the pen and write it. I'm hearing for some of you all, you're going to know if it's you, because for some of you all, you had a gag or something on you where you couldn't suffer the breach. But now it's like, but here's what I knew, and blah, 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 blah. And I just see somebody wanting to bubble up about it, and maybe not what Five of Pentacles looks like. These are opportunities that we can see from different angles so that we might be able to get these other things right. And if you know how to do math like I do, at least this way, I got 5 here, and you know what 2 and 3 is? Incidentally, that's my B-Art day. My birthday is February 3rd. I have a birthday coming up. But not only is that how to B-Art there, if you say 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2, that's a 5. Maybe we just land in healthy body parts. You know? How about prayers on that? Because some of you all are going under the knife, so to speak, for reasons like that. It's good for you to know that a lot of us are praying with our energy, and that's what a collective with the eye on is in the new 2020 year. I hope this has been helpful for you. I love you, Virgo. If you think this reading could help somebody, please share it with them. I appreciate it. If you'd like one of your own, hit me up. I can look up some details for you. If you're planning things like these things too, sometimes it's better to do it in different parts of the calendar just to make sure everybody else is on their game with you. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm here for that, and feel free to also join us at the Very Fine Martians chat room if you'd like to chat some more with me. If I don't hear from you, just know I love you, and we'll catch you again soon. We're back for another reading. Mwah! Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.